Welcome to this class today, and welcome to Britt's presentation of your work, Britt. The work that you have produced is a consequence of reading a book for your level 3 training program, coach training program. And I'm very curious and interested to hear what you have to share today about the book, but also about how do you see your, how do you see the MCC level of coaching through the lenses of the book that you have read? So the space is all yours, and I'm looking forward to hear your work and your presentation.
Thank you so much, Christina, and I'm very happy that you have joined this occasion so that I have participant to my book presentation. That is very important for me. And I had the thought that I would like to start, or I decided to start to just say some word about myself, because we don't have so many, not too often we are talking to each other and tell things about ourselves to each other. I don't know what you see now, if it's the
well, we see the presentation, and
yes.
Maybe if you click there, we will. But it doesn't matter. It's really fine like that.
So, and this is me among a lot of summer flowers that we have here, and a lot of apple flowers. I think apple is a very important tree here in my place where I live. I live in Finland, but I live in a very, very small, tiny island in the middle of the Baltic Sea. So it's almost, when I were out on my running tour today, I have water almost next to me wherever I am. So it's really a nice place to be on. And I have been a PCC coach since 2019. And when I renew my PCC last year, I decided, because I thought that was quite a lot of work just to remain on the same level, I decided that next time I will try to move on to the next level. And here I am now working on that. I don't know if we take time to talk about my background, because that is in the past and that is not so interesting for us coaches. But I can say that I have work with a lot of different things, and I think that is also quite a nice thing to have been on in different workplaces and done different things. But I feel a bit like now I finally have found the right thing that I want to work with, and that is as a consultant, but also most of all as a coach. So that is very important for me. And I'm going to talk today about, or maybe take a perspective from this book, Coaching for Performance. This Coaching for Performance is the 5th edition, so it has been among us for quite a long time. I think it is from 1992, so that is 30 years or something. And this was really the first book, or one of the first books that really are specific, that is about specifically on coaching. And of course, the world have evolved and the coaching profession has evolved, but I think that this book still has a strong value, at least for me, and also I think for the coaching profession. And for me, I think that this book, Coaching for Performance, is one coaching approach focused on immediate results and goals. And I think that depending on how we think about different approaches in coaching today, I think we can find dozens of different approaches. But I think that often when we are working, we combine different kind of approaches to meet our clients' special needs. And today, and especially on the MCC level, we use a lot of transformational coaching, where we focus on we focus on fundamental change in perspective, on behavior, on identity. And I hope that you would now join me and that we take a more deep, we just dig deeper into this together today. And let's begin with ourselves before we start the coaching, because I have the thought and the hope that you really want to join and be here with me and be active during this session. And at least I do often to-do lists where I write down everything that I need to do. And that is a good way for me to let my brain rest a bit I don't need to have everything in my head all the time that I need to do. But how often do we do to-be lists? Angela is smiling to me. Thank you for that. And I think that is a good way to prepare and to reflect when we are going into a meeting, for example. So let's start here and think about, who do you want to be during this short book presentation? Or you can also take the perspective for today's session here together, all 3 hours if you would like to. And if I would start, just to help you, so I would like to be warm and present. That is who I want to be. Who do you want to be in this meeting? I give you a short time, and then I will ask you. And I will begin with Angela when Angela is ready.
I'd love to be curious with all that I have and all that I am.
Thank you so much. And Erika? Who do you want to be?
I guess, as you said, I want to be present and grateful as well for what you're going to share. I'm sure I will be grateful for that at the end of the session.
And Christina?
I want to be a learner, because it's a time for me to learn.
And Flora?
I want to be more rich about whatever the values that you are spreading there.
Wow, thank you. And Luci?
I want to be receptive of what you will bring, and also kind to myself, so that I take what you bring as something that can improve me, let's say. I make good use of it.
Thank you so much. And maybe I at least have a feeling now that this will be a very nice place to be on during this session, because you are also kind and you also say so nice things that you want to be. So it really gives me the hope that this session will be a good one. Wow. So coaching for performance, if we should say some word of the author, we could say that Sir John Whitmore, he's a sir, so he's an important person. And he is often called the father of coaching. And he is the one who created the GROW model, that I guess that is familiar for all of you, the GROW model, a kind of system for how you can have a structure in your coaching, so that you have the goal, and you are exploring, and then you set a focus forward and end the session. And he was really never a member of ICF. So that is something interesting that Christina has told me. But he has always been a very good supporter for the ICF work. And he is saying that ICF and also other there is other also that other bodies that together with ICF has moved coaching from being some kind of cottage industry to really a respected profession. And that is something that I at least are very thankful for. And he also look forward and writes that it's our intention to continue to champion the professionalization of the coaching industry. And that is something that I think that we all can be a part of. And I think this is very inspiring to think about this, that we all can do this even more professional, even more known, even more important for the whole world. And when we look at this purpose for this, my presentation, I think that one important purpose for me is that we could reflect together during this. But I will also try to, I have reflected on my own and also give my reflection of coaching from MCC point of view. And we'll see then where we will land in the end. But that is something I hope for this session. And from the book, most important for me is that I already maybe mentioned that Whitford has really succeeded to become a cornerstone for coaching. He really it's a book that you can really use for learning and also to trust that if you follow what he is writing there, you also are a qualified coach that are doing a really professional work. And he is also writing about coaching for individual growth, but he is also focusing a lot of organizations. And that is also, I think, quite new for him, even if he also was one of the first books about coaching. But then he also put in this, the profit or the good things, what it gives back to organizations when they are using coaches. And he writes something like coaching just becomes, he has a dream, or what to say, that coaching just becomes the way we relate to one another at work and elsewhere too. So it should be so natural that we are asking each other interesting questions and make each other learn. That his dream is that it should be just something very natural in the whole world, everywhere, on our working places and so on. So that is also very inspiring, I think. And if we look from a MCC point of view, so if we think about an ACC coaching, and that is also what he is writing about, even if he is not mentioning ACC level, but his coaching and his way to describe coaching is a lot of doing, lot of results, lot of, it's important to really get focused in the goal and to reach the goal. And that is also what we are learning when we are becoming ACC coaches. And the next level, when we are working on the PCC level, we are working on doing, but also on some being. So it's not enough to just get the result. It's also important to really get the person in the coaching to really also explore who this person want to be and what is important for this person. And then when we are on an MCC level, we are focusing a lot, almost only on being, but of course we also need to focus in some bit on also the result, not only what dreams and who we want to be and so things, but the focus are more on the inside and what we are doing on the outside. But the thing that I think it's so important and that I tried to illustrate but with this picture is that we need all these levels to reach the MCC level. We need ACC level to reach the PCC level and so on. We count, they build on each other and we can never just forget and drop what we have learned and what we do as coaches on ACC level. We need to add on and to grow vertically, I think, to reach this MCC level. So it's important to remember that all levels are valuable and needs to be included and present in your next level, what level you are coming from. So that is also something that I think is very important. Please just let me know if you want to add something or reflect on something or ask something that is not enough clear to you when I say to you and so on. So please let me know if you want to it's not a problem to interrupt me.
And also, Britt, they can write in the chat if you have an idea or something that you want to share. So
Yeah.
I'll be here to support.
Thank you so much. So if we will relate now to this book, we could say that coaching for performance, as I said from the start here, is a lot, is building a lot or writing a lot among the ACC level and level 1 where we are coaching for performance. But I will try now together with you to also reflect a lot what happens if we compare coaching for performance and coaching for transformation. Where is the difference and what is there that we could find out? Hope you think that will be interesting. And then I choose competency 3 because that had been a huge challenge for me to be enough within the competency 3 and not to rush from it and to really stay there and to establish and maintain agreements, to really be there with my client till we are really both of us clear about what the client want to achieve during the session, but also what we need to talk about or what we need to solve, and also what the client want to use the session for, and also how to measure the result. How does my client know in the end of the session that it's really reached? So that's why I thought that I take the advantage to pick this competency now, because I think this is a challenge for me. And if we look at coaching for performance, and if you want to ACC level, when we have a coaching session, we think about the goal as we will achieve a specific task and result for our client, or our client want to improve specific tasks and results. And the focus during the session is more external behaviors and external outcomes. And the time frame is often quite short. Maybe it's something that you want to start tomorrow, and maybe it's a result that maybe you will reach in 2 weeks, and then maybe you come back to your next coaching session and then you continue from that. That can of course also be a longer term. And the approach is often very structured, for example, the GROW model, and goal-driven, and also actionable. So we need action, we need results, we are going forward, or our clients are going forward. And the outcome is in changed skills and productivity. But what do you think then is the difference when we are talking about coaching for transformation? When we are talking about that it should be more focused on the being. Have you any idea, or do you want us to look at them immediately and then reflect on what the difference is? What do you think it's better for you? Take the chance to choose.
Or if you have any idea to add to coaching for transformation, you can just write, or some words, some ideas. Where is the goal focused? Yeah.
If we are focusing on the being, on the person, what do you think that the goal is more focused in the coaching for transformation? Transformation means as well, if you think about a butterfly, we have different stages but I don't know these words on English, where the butterfly is first. Do you know when it's the hard shelf and then it is that small little thing that is moving, you know? And then it's
the caterpillar.
Yeah, and then or it's maybe it's another, but then it's going to be this beautiful butterfly. And often, at least we think that the butterfly will never go back to be a caterpillar or something else. So that is also a hope that a transformation will be something that you grow and you will not go back. You just want to go forward to continue your travel or your development. Is there any thought about where is the goal? Otherwise, I show you. We will have a second chance then. We will achieve deep, meaningful, personal change. Can you see the difference? Improve specific tasks and results, but when it's transformation, it's to achieve deep, meaningful, personal change. When it comes to focus, coaching for performers, focus on external behaviors and outcomes. When coaching for transformation goes more internal beliefs, values, and identity. You see the difference, but the next level, so to say. The time frame is more long-term and ongoing, because I am going to change. I want to change myself. I want to get rid of beliefs. I want to become another kind of human being. So that is something that I maybe will stay for the rest of my life. The approach is reflective, exploratory, and adaptive. And the outcome is personal growth, purpose, and fulfillment. So it's not only to use the skills or to be productive, it's also to really grow, to become a new human being, so to say. But also to remember that both coaching for performance and coaching for transformation are valuable, but they focus on different outcomes and methodologies. A very hard word for me. So sometimes you really need to coach for performance. It depends on what your clients want to achieve in their session, what goal the client has for the whole coaching series that you are doing together. Any reflection or thought about this? I would be very happy to hear something from you. Yeah, Angela, please start.
I was wondering whether maybe some specific tasks and results can be the chance for someone to achieve personal change and so on?
That's a great question.
What do you think yourself?
I had an image in my mind of Cinderella when
Mhm.
she has to go to the party, and she becomes that butterfly. She has in it. She doesn't need her mother's dress. She has her own dress inside, but with the right help, she kind of explodes into the beauty she have always been. But in that case, she would never discover that if she hadn't had the chance, the challenge to go to a different party when she had never been before.
Very good. Very interesting. You grow with the life, and you grow also with different things that happens to you and different occasions that you have the possibility to take if you are aware of what they can give you and so on. And you often, of course, can ask, who are you now when you're going to this wonderful party and so on, and who do you want to be at this party? That is a beautiful question to ask a person who is wondering about if she is brave enough to go to that party. So it's also very nice, I think, to combine all these levels in coaching. No matter what level you are on in that you have reached yet, so you can always ask about also the being, the client's being, who she want to be, who she is right now, and so on. Wow, thank you, Angela. Anybody else? There will come more occasions otherwise. I also took just to do the thing twice so that we have an extra chance, and also to explore a bit more. I suggest that we do the same thing also with a question within competency 7. That is also one of my weaknesses, or one of my challenges is a more positive word, to evoke awareness, because it's so important also to so almost the goal for coaching. I can see that the client really shall be aware of what she wants, who she wants to be, and so on. And there can we be very important if we ask questions that maybe is a bit surprisingly, or that really capture the client and helps the client to reach new insights and so on. And if we think about competency 7, to evoke awareness, the purpose in coaching for performance, that you also can read a lot of in this book, is to generate insights that improve immediate performance. So you have the purpose that you have realized that this is what I want to do, and I want to do it next week, or I want to start after this session immediately, or something. Focus is often external, and you also look at both obstacles, if the client is talking about them, but also, of course, of solutions. And the time frame is the same, short to medium, and the style of questions are often direct and solution oriented. And the outcome is practical strategies and improved skills. And if we again look at how is the same for coaching for transformation, then the purpose we create deeper understanding of oneself and life patterns. Often you can see maybe that you have a lot of patterns. Your brain loves patterns. That's why we also love music, because it comes in a predictable way. And our brains are seeing a lot of patterns, and if we challenge these patterns, we can reach new insights, a new understanding. Oh, I just believe that it is like that, or I thought that I always need to do in this way, or it has been a habit for me to do this, and to really come a bit deeper, that really understand what do I want and who do I want to be again. And the focus is internal awareness and self-reflection, to really think about what is important for me, what am I dreaming of, why is this so important, what happens inside me when I do this transformation, what am I afraid of, and so on. Long-term and profound change, and exploratory and introspective is the styles of questions. And we are going to talk more about questions as well. And shifted perspectives and personal growth. And again, both are valuable, but focused on different outcomes and different methodologies. Did anybody see anything here that you want to reflect on?
Maybe, yes.
Rika.
Somehow it makes me think about medicine, because when we have something, or maybe someone is coughing all the time, and then a medicine coaching for performance would be, okay, I give you a little something sweet that can help you with the sore throat. But maybe coaching for transformation would go more deeper into detail. Why do you have this? I mean, not why, but would go deeper. Maybe it's because you smoke all the time, and so the fact of maybe going through a way of transformation and not smoke anymore would help you in a long term don't have this sore throat anymore. So I don't know if maybe that could be sort of makes me think of that.
To understand the difference better. Thank you so much. A very good way to help us to remember the difference, or one example of the difference. Not just the symptoms, really go deeper and see where does it come from. Yeah. Any other thoughts? Flora, you look like you have the like to say something.
Yes, thank you that you mentioned it, because I was very focused on it. I like style of questions, because coaching for performance, we have direct and solution oriented, but coaching for transformation, we have exploratory and introspective. It means that you go inside yourself. I mean, go the client. You go and explore, and you find the treasure that the client or you have inside yourself, and that's amazing for me.
Thank you. Anything else? Thank you so much.
Britt, I was really seeing from your work that everything is interconnected, and what you are presenting, it shows that we can also, coaching at all levels, like you said before, can generate insights that can improve immediate performance, but can also have the expansion to promote a bigger understanding. So the different levels, they include the initial levels of coaching. It doesn't mean that we do not address the doing, but as you are showing, there is more expansion for evolution in terms of what we see, what we notice, what we are ready to learn. So it really shows very in a very focused way, what you are explaining, that the different levels of coaching are embracing the initial ones, the initial levels, and expanding them. So
yeah, and I would also have loved to have this knowledge some years ago, even if it's not so efficient to think so. But I'm thinking that this would, I hope that this could help you, or at least it would have helped me to become a even better and more mature coach earlier. Because if I should have known that these different levels are building on each other, and that I also can start to explore even higher levels during my, I don't need to follow exactly that grow model, or exactly that I have learned in my first level. I can also try to ask different questions, and also to expand my coaching in a way when it's good for the client. So I think that I should have gone more deeper into a client with questions earlier if I had knew this.
And actually, you are introducing something very powerful. I mean, not all coaches are ready for transformational coaching. Yeah, it's about where is the client, at which level in that moment on that topic for that goal. So it doesn't mean that we can be all PCC or MCC coaches for everybody. And it's also a matter of relating to the client that we have in front of us.
Very important. But if you feel that you mature, and if you see when you sit there with your client that now it would be interesting to ask this, but you maybe don't do it because you don't know if it's okay to do it. And now we know that it is okay if we feel comfortable, if we feel ready, if we have evolved ourselves so that we are there where we could ask these kind of questions. And now to the questions. Whitmore offers a list of questions, a lot of lists. In the end of the book, he has appendix with a lot of books for different occasions, different things. I really recommend you all, if you are curious, to look at these lists to maybe find some favorite questions. He also have a list of his 10 favorite questions, and just enjoy them and see if there is something that you like, or if you can be inspired of. And that also inspired me in the discussion or the preparation with Christina here in forehand, that there is a difference between powerful questions and powerful questioning. And what could that be? And when I ask, what could that be? There is no right and wrong. Just what do you think it is? The difference between what comes to you. Powerful questions versus powerful questioning.
Yeah, I have something in mind already. In the questions is a noun and questioning is an ing form, which means ing is something you're doing not just in the moment, but it's something you keep going. So I guess powerful questioning, it means that you're also active all the way, all the session. Because powerful question, I can just put 2 powerful questions and that's it. But powerful questioning means that, I mean, I don't know, in the verb itself, it's a continuous, there's something continuing. So I guess on a grammar point of view.
Very, very inspiring that you're saying so, because it's exactly the same thing that I have found out, that powerful questioning, then you of course ask powerful questions, but in a flow. And maybe somebody says that this is to be safe is important for me. Then you continue with and what is safe for you, and then continue. I don't know if it's good to ask why, but why is it important for you? And continue to explore more and more and more about this question. And then it's also really respecting the client's autonomy, because the questions are really coming from the client. You are going on from the client, and really that's so good with that ing form, that it shows that it's something that is going on, and that also makes the flow. So that is also a bit I often study a lot of questions, but I try to get rid of using lists during my sessions, just to be present enough to really not sit and think about what will be my next question, and to really listen for understanding what is my client saying, and then to continue from what he or she is saying. And I think here is exactly the level I am on right now. I am really challenging myself with this, and have done it for some coaching now, and it's so I really feel that I'm in the learning zone, and I am both a bit anxious every now and then, but also it's so nice to see the effect of this, because you come deeper, even if the questions are not that elegant that they were before when I have prepared my questions, but they I don't know if dig is a good word, but you maybe understand me, that they come deeper into the person. I think they become a bit more important thanks to that they build on what they already have said.
And Erika, you were writing, you know where you start, but not where you end, maybe. Yes. And if I may add something, well, I'm pretty much against powerful questions, but I am in favor of powerful questioning because it is a process, and powerful questions do not exist because they come from our presence, as Britt is saying, and they are a product of a process. It's a process that makes something powerful. And the same question can mean nothing in another coaching session. So we cannot just take a question and say this is powerful. For a client, it would mean nothing. So the power of a question resides in the process that, as Britt is saying, the coach is conducting through presence.
Yeah. Thank you, Christina. Any other thoughts or reflections? Or Lucia.
I almost have the feeling like powerful questions by themselves are just like ingredients that they can be, good by themselves. But if you know how to cook them and how to dose them, and if you don't know which dish you are actually going to cook, it's not just, it's not going to work. So I have this image that came to mind as, very good tools, but you have to know which ones to use at every specific moment, and how, and with, expecting which result, let's say, not just out of the blue, let's say. So that's what came to mind. Thank you.
Wow, thank you. Oh, I'm so lucky. I really have had been among the dream team today, I think. Thank you so much that you offer to this presentation. I'm really touched. Thank you. If we have time, Christina, I would like to look at a case and just to play a bit with this.
Sure,
we have a client that talks about feeling stress about big change at work. He says he's worried about making mistakes and find it difficult to feel confident in the new role? Our client talks about feeling stressed, big change at work, he's worried about making mistakes, and find it difficult to feel confident in the new role. And now everything came at the same time here. But if we should just think a small while about what would you like to ask?
You can just write the questions in the chat, so maybe we can collect them, and it's a good exercise. So where are you going to focus your questions? No matter ACC, PCC, or MCC, I mean, the coach as you are now, what questions are you going to ask? Or we are not in a specific moment of the session, just come with what you have.
What are you curious about?
What does it mean to be confident for them?
I haven't checked the chat, but
Anything else?
what does it mean to be confident to you? Asks Luci.
Yeah. And what would you ask Fleora about confidence?
How would you behave if you would have a confidence?
Mm-hmm.
You would be a confident.
I was about to read the same. How are you?
Okay.
Confidence is an important word. More? I feel stressed. We have a big change at work. I'm worried about making mistakes, and I find it difficult to feel confident in a new role. What would you like to ask me if I'm your client? How will you act when you are as confident as you want to be? Thank you, Angela.
Yeah, just a note, we need to move on, Britt, because we have covered almost an hour, and usually we have half an hour for the presentation. So let's move on.
We do. And here we see, now it's not moving. Yes, here. Here we have some examples for what we could ask. What do you think would help you to deal with the stress of the new role? What do you need to do to feel more confident in the role? You are there, both of you. ACC coaching on the doing. PCC coaching on the doing and some being. When you think about the new role, what feels most challenging for you? What would it mean for you to feel secure in your new role? We go a bit more inside. And then MCC coaching, the being and some doing. What would be possible if you could be at peace with your uncertainty? What is the most important thing for you to learn about yourself in this new situation? What are you afraid of losing if you step into this new role fully? You will get these pictures if you want, if there are any use for you, so then you can look at them more. And then I thought that we should end with a self-reflection. If you look back, who have you been? Did you manage to be the one that you wanted to be? Did you remember that and you kept on your intention? I have been very present, and I hope also that I have been some I don't remember if it was kind. What is?
I would say that being rich is a process, and it is going to be all the time, not only one session. And that's the beauty of it. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And it has really been a pleasure to do this presentation because you were so active, and that is the big difference from that just performed on myself, or to really be in a process together with you. So and for me, this project really helped me to dig deeper in the difference, and also brought me some clarity about what the MCC level is about. And today I also got a lot of inspiration from you as well, and good examples that really made it even more clear. So I think I'm a step closer to an idea for my coaching model. That is also a task to work with soon. Thank you so much, all of you. It has been so interesting to do this together with you.
And thank you, Britt, because yeah, also the images that you were sharing, the last ones, the first one of you, and all the images that you have chosen brought a lot of openness and a lot of inspiration to what you share with us today. And it was very special to see the link with the different levels of coaching coming from the book, because every book can inspire an exploration of if we have an intention, if we have a purpose like you had. So thank you for sharing this work, and I'm happy that you enjoyed it. And I was about to ask what this work brought you, but you share that already with us. I mean, the difference is that you highlighted in detail, also with the examples of questions that put a very simple but direct example of the different nuances in exploring in coaching. So thank you so much.